Welcome to the top 5 features I'm looking forward to in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. After each point, I'll probably go over some of my own speculation and hopes for the depth of these features. So apologies if I do go on a tangent. My unique brain tends to go into overdrive when I'm excited for something. And my god am I excited for this game. Number 1 is the best one, and I just can't wait until the end of the video to talk about it, and that's fishing. We have fishing. I can't believe we have fishing in an Assassin's Creed game. You bet your ass, whatever game it is, whether it's Animal Crossing, Red Dead Redemption 2, The Legend of Zelda even, you know I'm gonna nerd the fishing mechanic as much as I can. Not too much is confirmed in detail about this mechanic yet, but I have a lot of speculation running around in my head. I'm really hoping it's a thought out mechanic with different sized fish, different species, different fish for different locations, maybe even special legendary fish like we had in Red Dead 2 and Far Cry 5. I really hope this isn't a sort of AFK, no action needed animation that just, increases your settlement's food supply or something like that. Number 2 is settlement building, which is obviously going to be a huge biggie for most people. You've probably heard this by now if you are quite involved in Assassin's Creed Valhalla news, but in this game you'll have your own settlement and people to lead. You'll face decisions on whether you want to improve your own wealth and power or improve the life of your clan and village members. If we look at the Way of the Berserker DLC package, it's a pre-order package, but it has some themed settlement items. This leads me to believe that our settlement is highly customizable, or more customizable than the devs have let on so far. My brain is running wild with what our settlement could unlock for us. Maybe upgrading the blacksmiths will constantly give us access to stronger and stronger gear, as well as improving the weapons and armour of your village and raiding party. Also, having a tavern that we could upgrade would slowly increase revenue towards the village. The possibilities are endless. They could build it like Red Dead Redemption 2, where our camp is slowly upgraded over time, but I'd hope it'd be more something like edging. This is very far reaching, maybe Fallout 4, where we can sort of place where certain buildings go. I hope it's not just this building can have a different skin if you want. Number 3 is instant kill hidden blades. Now technically this is not a new feature, rather one that's been missing for a little while. A lot of Assassin's Creed fans unfortunately split with the franchise after Origins and especially Odyssey came out. Odyssey in particular was a brilliant game, but I have to agree that I completely forgot it was related to Assassin's Creed most of the time while playing it. Some of the most iconic features were dumped, which was technically for the evolution of the game. However, I think Ubisoft realised this was probably not an ideal decision. In Valhalla, the hidden blade is not so hidden and is displayed on the top of the forearm. However, it does still function exactly like the iconic original hidden blade. Especially, I want to emphasise, if you are sneaking and you hit someone with your hidden blade, doesn't matter how powerful they are, they will die instantly. It appears that it has no extra functions like the Revelation's hook blade or Unity's dark blade in Valhalla, and that kind of makes sense. Vikings were not complicated or intricate. They didn't have Leonardo da Vinci to invent new functions for it. And obviously Vikings are more focused on brute force and being absolute alpha males. Number 4 is consequences for your decisions. As a Fallout and Elder Scrolls fanboy, this pleases me more than you can realise. Not so much Bethesda's newer releases, but the consequences of your actions in their older games made them really interesting and replayable. Almost a legendary. In Valhalla, you'll have to make a decision on whether you raid and pillage a village, or trade and build an alliance with a village. The devs have stated that decisions in your dialogue will affect the overall gameplay. I'm inclined to say there's not going to be the easy option of allying with every other faction on the map. Most likely making allies will also make enemies of their enemies. This system could be so interesting and intricate, adding so much depth into the gameplay. I have high hopes about this one, so don't let us down, Montreal. Number 5 is a big obvious one, and that's Norse Gods. Norse mythology is downright fascinating, and the Montreal team that are making this game built Origins. Origins done an excellent job of breaking the wall between real life and Bayek's visions or / dreams of the gods. The devs have told us Ivor will see the gods in a similar way through dreams and rituals, probably to keep it open to interpretation on our side whether the gods are real or a realisation / hallucination of the Viking people. I also suspect the Isu, aka the first civilization, might represent themselves as Norse gods to Ivor. Just from the trailer I predicted that Odin is actually part of the first civilization. Obviously we'll have to see how that plays out. It's speculated that the huge god battles that happened in Origins will return for the 9th century setting. I would personally like the ability to be able to praise different gods, as all have different meanings. Odin was wise, Thor was strong, Loki was cunning and deceptive. Different gods could give different buffs to Ivor, depending who he wants to worship the most. For example, if you prefer straight up fighting with a two-handed heavy axe, you're probably going to go for Thor. But if you do prefer sneaking and getting people with that hidden blade, you might want to go towards praising Loki. Obviously this is a very far stretch and that's just what I'm hoping for. So that's my top 5. I want to hear your top 5. I want to hear what you're most excited about in this game, what you hope it brings to the table, and I also want to hear from the other side of the fence. What are your worries about this game? What do you think they might get wrong? If you also love Assassin's Creed, make sure to hit like, subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you actually get notified when I upload more Assassin's Creed related content. It's been Holy Atom Cat and I'll see you next video.